Okay, here is our quick AI use case for the day. This is called PoppyCal, which is a tool to help me find calendar observances, primarily for social media posts when I need to help fill the calendar. Excuse me. I had one main PoppyCal that I would feed in different client information, but I decided to customize a PoppyCal per client and include some of the basic information in the system instructions instead of the knowledge base. So the things that are relevant, different for each client are a brand voice document, a tone and style guide, ICP details, and then what I call secondary details for the ICP, which is more emotion driven, maybe recreation things like golfing, fishing, bourbon, those kinds of things that don't usually show up in the ICP research. So this one is made specifically for my company, Practical Edge AI. So it includes all of that information instead of pointing the agent to a knowledge base, which is another solution. I just chose this one. I also, in an effort to standardize, created a prompt that I can just pull in. So I start these conversations and then I have saved prompts. I don't have a lot. I need to use that more. But I pull that in and start to get it started. Then I have to fill in the variables that go. I pre-prompted this all the way through because the transcription was taking a long time today. So I pull in the prompt, I give it the dates, and in this case, I ask it to give me a weekly outline of the topics before it writes posts. And then it's supposed to create 2 social media posts per week for LinkedIn and 2 for Facebook. So intentionally, I have it start with more information than I'm going to use. I only need 2 posts, but it gave me several for the week because they're never all very good. So here's what I came up with. Week 1, 5 different options. Week 2, 4 options. They're okay. Week 3, 1 good option, and then just stuff that I didn't like. And then week 4, obviously we're at Christmas Day and New Year's Eve. So my response to this was, hey, this is a great list. Thank you. For week 1, we're going to use Cyber Monday. I like your idea of automations and year-end investments. Later in the week, let's do the AWS event, and maybe you can find some of the talks that are going to be related to AI. Let me know what you think before you write that post. For week 2, definitely Hanukkah, and don't make that related to work. I don't like anything else in week 2. Is there something else? Actually, let me take that back. National App Day. Let's do that one. Talk about low code, no code apps to help people get started with MVPs. Week 3, definitely the winter solstice, but come on, there has to be something else in week 3. Please go back and look for one more thing. And then week 4, Christmas Day and New Year's Eve. And New Year's Eve can be to wrap up looking forward into 2026. I said, please give me the weekly list again before you write the post. It did not listen to that. It searched for another minute and 11 seconds on Perplexity and came up with the posts and wrote them. And they're actually fine. And this is written in the brand voice of Practical Edge, which is a little bit spicy. And it's supposed to use specific information and not vague things. So this, for example, our clients typically see 3 to 5 hours regained per employee per week within 30 days of implementation. That's intentional. And then in this one, while thousands gather in Vegas to marvel at AI demos and flashy cloud capabilities, most will return to offices still running on manual processes from 2022. That's part of the spicy and also intentional. So if you don't give it brand voice details, and you can do a lot of this in a custom GPT, but if you don't give it that level of detail, these posts are going to sound like everybody else's posts. Like here's a case study. We recently helped a logistic company deploy a client portal in 3 weeks using no-code tools that would have taken 6 months with traditional development. First year ROI, 347%. To be fair, that is not true, but it could be true. So I can either, it's realistic, we could do it, I can choose to leave it there, or I can actually fill that in with a real case study information. So either way, it's good to have real information that's part of the brand voice, and either I believe we can do it or I will replace that with something we really did. So Hanukkah, and this is again not about business, so it did a good job of pausing operations to talk to acknowledge what truly drives us, bringing light to darkness, celebrating perseverance and honoring tradition while embracing innovation. So I'd like to stay a little on the work side, but not totally. I also need to see if that is it okay. I'm not Jewish. Is it okay for me to say that? I need to double check. And then the Facebook posts, the LinkedIn posts were good. I like them. The Facebook posts are pretty lame. So I came back and said, hey, I really like these LinkedIn posts. They're great. And yes, there is data that supports positive reinforcement is a good thing. I said Facebook seems a little sparse. Do you think they should maybe be a little bit more well developed? And it said, you're right. It came back and it did a much better job. So for Cyber Monday, while others fight over laptop deals today, smart businesses are investing in automation that pays for itself. Skip the gadget hunt. So yes, it did a better job. And I think that's the end. Actually, then I asked it to help me write a LinkedIn post announcing this video. So this went a little long. Sorry about that, but I hope that it's helpful and gives you some ideas for other ways to use AI and save yourself.